Hey guys, it's Ortho Hipster. I have not made a video in a really long time. There's a lot that's happened since the last video I made, and I kind of wanted to let you guys know what was going on. So the last video that I posted was me chopping my hair off. My hair has now grown back. I'll show you what it looks like because I have it pinned up right now. I had it in braids, but as you can see, it's back. Crazy, but all grew back. I've given it a couple of trims, but I have not dyed it or really messed with it at all. Like I said, I wasn't going to. So, also, I am back in Wilmington as of right now. We do have plans. Me and my boyfriend is also now my fiance. We're actually getting married November 17th. So I'm really excited for that, and we have plans to move to Texas. That's still kind of up in the air, but I think we're pretty much settled on moving back to Texas. Well, he'll be moving back. I've never lived there, but so yeah, so we're really excited about that. Lots of stuff happening there, and tomorrow I will also be 6 months pregnant with our little one. We don't know the sex of the baby yet. I wanted to make this video because I've come out in a couple of videos before, and I don't know if I've I honestly don't remember if I've explicitly come out or not, but I am gender fluid, and so this pregnancy has been really tough on me. I'm gender fluid, but I'm androphiliac. So I have no sexual attraction whatsoever to women, and strictly male. And it's not even, you know, oh, well, would you ever date a woman who was, lesbian? No, I wouldn't. I'm very straight. It's not that I don't have lesbian friends. I love all my friends. I don't gender and your sexuality does not affect me whatsoever. It's just for me as an androphiliac. But I'm also gender fluid, so it gets a little confusing because people are like, wait, how does that even work? Like, you're gender fluid and you don't like girls, and I'm like, no, I don't, like, and it's totally cool. We did not expect to get pregnant. That was not, that was an accident. There was an issue with let's just say, certain protective measures did not, work like they should. But anyway, long story short, we, I've always wanted to have kids. So I knew that, at some point in my life, I was going to have to go through pregnancy. But since it's been only a short time that I have come out as gender fluid and really accepted that, it's been a little difficult for me. I can't wear half the stuff that I want to wear, and I don't see a lot of videos on YouTube about this, and I'm not sure why, like, I just don't see a lot of videos, so I really wanted to make this video to really explain that, and this is just my personal experience, my personal opinions, so if it's different for you, that's fine. I'm not saying this is how every gender fluid person feels like, if you are gender fluid and you're pregnant. It's been really hard for me to wear. I'm much more on the masculine side of things. I prefer to wear androgynous clothing. I have not been able to wear a lot of androgynous clothing due to growing belly and growing boobs. Just gonna put that out there. It's been very difficult for me, so I've really had to get in touch with my feminine side, which I have always wanted to be a mom. I've never wanted to transition into being a male. I thought for a while maybe I was transgender, but I'm not. Because when it really came down to it, I didn't want to change my sex. But it's really complicated if you're not open and familiar with gender fluid. It's really hard to explain to someone. For me, wearing androgynous clothing helps me feel and cope with my gender dysphoria. My gender dysphoria is different from someone else's gender dysphoria. Every gender fluid person that you meet is different. I still respond to he, she pronouns. I never once asked anyone to call me by he or him pronouns. Someone else might. That's them, not me. Again, this is my personal opinion, my personal account, so that's that. But I am definitely a different person depending on the day. A lot of like my pen names and stuff are Alex. I've always liked the name Alex. My mother's name was Alexandra, so I kind of took that from her as well, my biological mother. And but I shortened it to Alex. Alex is way more it's both masculine and feminine, versus Nadia is very feminine. So I've never once asked anyone to call me Alex, but since I use it as a pen name, I have had people who are like, hey, can I call you Alex? And I'm like, sure. I mean, yeah, that's fine. I mean, that's... Sure, I'll respond to Alex. I'll respond to Nadia. I'll, basically respond to whatever, as far as name goes. But, I still go by he, she, her pronouns. So I've always known I wanted to be a mom, but it's really hard, looking at yourself in the mirror, and I've had a lot of gender dysphoria, but especially throughout my pregnancy. First trimester was really difficult. I will be 6 months pregnant, 22 weeks tomorrow, and I would definitely say my second trimester I've really looked at myself and gone, okay, my body will go back to being normal after pregnancy. It's okay. This is not permanent. It's fine. And the thing is, since I wanted to have kids, I would have to go through that. I love children, but that's something that is a sacrifice that I am willing to make for my children, is they are going to grow up knowing that their mother is gender fluid. I'm not going to hide that from them. But they're also going to know that I made a sacrifice, and it's a hard choice, and it's been really hard for me to make a video and talk about it until recently, when I just kind of really hit me and came to terms with it. My plan was to grow out my hair all the way down my back to halfway down my back or to my waist. That's probably not going to happen. I've actually been really considering it, and I think I'm gonna cut it again, just because there's so much that has changed being pregnant, and it's still, I would do it all over again, but it doesn't mean it's not hard. And for me, it was really a struggle growing out my hair, and to someone else it might not seem like a big deal. People who deal with gender dysphoria will kind of understand whether they want to have their hair long and they have to cut it off for whatever reason, or something happens, or if you are, you know, forced to have your hair long as a girl, and you get up and you grow up and you decide to chop it off. You know, it's, and for me, you know, on my wedding day, I want to be me on my wedding day. I am wearing a dress because I can't fit into a suit while being pregnant. But it's not. It's a really nice dress, actually. I really do enjoy it. And being gender fluid doesn't mean I don't like feminine things. It means there are times that I don't want to be feminine 100%, 24/7, and it goes much deeper into that, but that's something that, you know, definitely do some research, ask me personal questions, but, you know, I want to be me. I want to be standing up there as me and myself, and I want to look back on pictures, and I want to show my kids, you know, that's me. Stay true to yourself, you know, be who you want to be, and for me, that's having my hair short. I'm so thankful that I have a fiance, soon-to-be husband, who is extremely supportive in everything that I do, involving my struggles still and my conflicts with my gender, but and gender dysphoria, but you know, he's extremely supportive, and he wants me to do what I want to do, what is best for me. And it's, I guess part of it is I didn't reach my goal of hair growth as much as I wanted to, but I stayed true to the fact that I said I wasn't gonna dye it. I'm not really gonna straighten it. The only times I've really straightened it, and the reason I've straightened it, is because I have naturally curly hair. You can't tell right now because, again, I had it up in braids, so it's kind of more wavy and like kind of doing its own thing. But I have curly hair, and so to cut curly hair, you can't cut curly hair when it's wet, because it'll mess it up, and you can't cut curly hair when it's dry, because then it's curly. So to cut curly hair, you have to straighten it. So I really only straighten it to cut it, trim up the dead ends, you know, I do all that myself. But I've never, I don't wash my hair, because of the texture and stuff like that. I don't wash my hair every day. I take a shower. Often. Very often. I'm all about hygiene, but I can't wash my hair all the time. It'll dry it out. Curly hair, it's important, so I use different conditioners and stuff like that, so I don't have to wash my hair. I've trained my hair. I can now go about, you know, 4 or 5 days without washing my hair. I know, sounds gross, but don't worry, my hair's clean. I promise you. You know, so when I straighten it, it just stays straight for a couple of days, but I don't necessarily re-straighten it or anything like that. I straighten it once, I trim it, and I just leave it. And then when I wash it, I wash it. And sometimes I wash it the next day. It depends. It really depends. So, even though I didn't reach my goal of how long I was gonna grow it out, that was more of a goal for me to go, you know what? Try something new. And I tried it. And again, I want to be myself on my wedding day. For me, I don't know if I will ever grow my hair out long. Super long. I think the only way my hair would be like super long is if I grew it out to about shoulder length and then got like dreads in it or something like that. Is the only way I can really deal with that. But the more I thought about it, there's just so much that has changed, and so much has been hectic and crazy and stressful, and I want to be able to stand proud on my wedding day and be myself. As far as the gender dysphoria, you know, I didn't gain a lot of weight my first trimester. Eating was very difficult for me. I didn't like the body changes that were going on. It wasn't even that. It wasn't like, oh, well, you know, a lot of people are like, oh, well, that's just hormones. Well, when you struggle with gender dysphoria in general, and then you look at yourself in the mirror and you have a growing belly, I mean, I will tell you, I had breakdowns. I would break down and cry, and it was really bad, and I had to get through that. Now, I don't know, you know, if my little one is a boy or a girl. Hopefully we'll find that out soon. But I've been feeling the baby move a lot, and that has, you know, it's made my sacrifice worth it. I'm now definitely embracing my body more. I've had to embrace my feminine side to a degree to be who I want to be fully. And it's amazing, you know, to feel life inside of you is crazy. And it was like, everything that I'm doing, it's not for me. It's for my growing child, and whatever I have to do to make sure my child is healthy, I'm going to do. That's what matters to me. When it comes down to it, I will sacrifice my body. I will, you know, sacrifice everything I have for my child. And after the baby's born, I can go to the gym and I can get my physique back and I can, you know, do all that. But I can do that after the baby's born. I don't need to do that, you know, while the baby is still inside me and growing and relying on my body for nutrients. And you know, one day my body's gonna change just with age. So I have to get used to that. So this has been a really good learning opportunity for me to embrace my body more, to really come to terms with it. But I will say it has been really, really, really tough. Really tough. But it's been worth it. It's been 100% worth it, and it'll be even more worth it when I see my kid. So yeah, a lot has happened, but I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I didn't mean for it to go for so long, but there was a lot of things that I need to go through. I will be making a video shortly with my music like I normally do. But anyway, hope you guys have a wonderful day or evening wherever you are, and I hope to talk to you guys soon. Feel free to message me or comment down below, and I will get back to them. And I really wanted to make this because I don't see a lot of videos about being gender fluid and pregnant. And I know a lot of people say, oh, gender fluid's not a thing. Well, sorry, but it actually is. I'm not gonna sit here and argue. That's not why I made this video. If you don't like what I say, don't comment. Okay? Simple as that. You don't have to comment. You don't even have to watch my video. Anyway, I'll talk to you guys later.